Yes, a very good afternoon from the UK. Yes, this is obviously Raju here live on the Woman Agenda podcast channel. Hope you guys are having a fabulous day on Saturday, the 22nd of Jan. It's as you seen still the new series of Afghanistan women and the battle against the Taliban. So this is the third episode, but obviously we have obviously taken away that this is episode 2, this is episode 3, because this is all about this is not about the how many episodes in the series. This will continue for the Afghanistan women. This is to address the situation and to show that the channel is not just about entertainment, it's about facts, it's about telling about what's happening down there in Afghanistan and other places, and it's about telling what's happening with the things which have been reported down there. Like I said, there will be a live interview with hopefully people who were in Afghanistan, women who were in Afghanistan soon. If you want to get in touch, if you want to be featured on the podcast, the Woman Agenda podcast channel, if you want to be featured, if you want to contribute, get in touch. This is a public channel. This is the channel for people who are the fans of women and the battles about entertainment and what women have providing entertainment, with this musical books or any area. Talent Spotlight 309 at gmail.com is email address. It is scrolling there, and it will keep on scrolling on every program. If you want to collaborate with us, if you want to advertise on our channel, or for all inquiries, get in touch. The same email address, talentspotlight309 at gmail.com. And it's very cost-effective approach there on there. Like I said, so we concentrated on what's happening there. The first article I wanted to talk about today about the Taliban storming Kabul apartment, which happened very recently this month. Let's see exactly what's been happening there, where the Taliban have been continuing what they said they wouldn't continue. And obviously, things are not looking good. And this was reported yesterday, January the 21st, courtesy of the news.com article. And so the Taliban stormed an apartment in Kabul, smashing the door in and arresting a woman rights activist and her 3 sisters. An eyewitness said Thursday a Taliban statement appeared to blame the incident on a recent women's protest, saying insulting Afghan values will no longer be tolerated, reported American news agency. The activist Tamanna Zainabi Paryani was among about 25 women who took part in an anti-Taliban protest on Sunday against a compulsory Islamic headscarf or hijab for women. A person from the neighborhood who witnessed the arrest said about 10 armed men claiming to be from the Taliban intelligence department carried out the raid on Wednesday night. Shortly before she and her sisters were taken away, footage of Paryani was posted on social media, showing her frightened and breathless and screaming for help, saying the Taliban were banging on her door. "Hey police, the Taliban have come to our home. Only my sisters are home," she is heard saying in the footage. There are other female voices in the background crying, "I can't open the door, please help," she said. The footage from the scene on Thursday showed that the apartment front door, made of metal and painted reddish brown, dented and left slightly ajar. The occupants of a neighborhood apartment ran inside their room, not wanting to talk to reporters. An outer security door of steel slats was shut and padlocked, making it impossible to enter Paryani's apartment. The witness said that the raid took place around 8 p.m. The armed men floor of the Kabul apartment complex where Paryani lives and began pounding on the front door or ordering her to open the door. When she refused, they kicked the door repeatedly until it opened. The witness said they took 4 females away. All of them were sisters. The witness said, adding that one of the 4 was Paryani the activist. The witness spoke on the condition of anonymity, fearing a Taliban reprisal. The spokesman for the Taliban appointed police in Kabul said Mobin Khan tweeted that Biryani's social media post was a manufactured drama. A spokesman for the Taliban intelligence Khalid Hamraz would neither confirm nor deny the arrest. However, he tweeted that insulting the religion and national values of the Afghanistan people is not tolerated anymore. A reference to Sunday's protest, during which the protesters appeared to burn a white burqa, the all-encompassing traditional head-to-toe female garment that only leaves a mesh opening for the eyes. So exactly like I've been saying, the Taliban keep saying this is Afghanistan values. Now, what values are they talking about? What are they on? What are they high on? Only they will know. But like I said, it's absolutely ridiculous. And saying that if you speak out against them, they don't like it. They keep saying about values, but this actually no, they don't have any values themselves. And they just try to suppress people who talk about freedom, and they want to live their life their way, and they want to suppress these people, and that's simple as that. There's no other thing about that. Let Talking about the next which I wanted to address was the Afghan NGO women threatened with shooting. When I looked at this article, I was totally stunned, but nothing surprises me about the Taliban, really. This is being reported by English.arabian.net that the Taliban religious police have threatened to shoot women NGO workers in the northwestern province of Afghanistan if they do not wear the all-covering burqa. Two staff members told AFP. The rights of Afghans, particularly women and girls, have been increasingly curtailed since the Taliban returned to power in August after ousting the US-backed government. Women are being squeezed from public life, largely barred from government jobs, while most secondary schools for girls are shut. Two international NGO workers in rural Badakhsh province told AFP that the local branch of the Field Ministry for the Promotion of Virtue and Prevention of Vice met with aid groups on Sunday. They told us if women staff come to the office without wearing the burqa, they will shoot them. We come to work by a medical guardian. A second NGO source confirmed the warnings. They also said they will come to every office with a prior notice to check the rules have been followed. You can tell that these guys are very, very, they have a lot of time on their hands. A notice to NGOs seen by the AFP did not mention the threat of shooting, but did order women to cover up. And I'm not sure what difference this makes, what women wear, really, but women in deeply conservative Afghanistan generally cover their hair with scarves anyway, while the burqa mandatory under the Taliban's first regime. Desperate for international recognition to unlock frozen assets, the Taliban largely refrained from issuing national policy that provoke outrage abroad. Provincial officials, however, have issued various guidelines and edicts based on local interpretations of Islamic law, which is really not. Let me refrain from saying this is not Islamic law. This is the interpretation of the Islamic law, basically. In the capital, on Friday, the Taliban staged on a demonstration with around 300 men who chanted, "We want Sharia law." Right. Holding protesters of women wearing full covering, the crowd accused women rights activists who have taken to the streets of being mercenaries. So people who protest, they don't like it. Well, is that a surprise? Holding posters or women wearing full covering the crowd accused women activists who have taken streets of being mercenaries. Early this month, posters were slapped on cafes and shops in Kabul ordering Afghan women to cover up. Give me a break. Women are banned from appearing in television dramas. Really. And most people, what kind of joke is this? Small and scattered protests have broken undermining women's rights, which had improved slightly over the past 20 years. However, several activists told AP they have gone into hiding in the capital this week after a series of raids led to the arrest of 3 women. The next one, which we want to talk about, is I'm losing my skills, says a female Afghanistan boxer. The national team. So, along with the sister, Mariam was forced to stop practicing her sport when the Taliban came to power. And then she was intruded by a hail of gunshots near the place they are staying. After 2 weeks after they took Kabul, the Taliban sent 2 gunmen to our doorstep. They told us, forget your dream, the Islamic Emirate is here now, you should stop boxing and not go to the stadium. These are the people who are part of the government, really. They don't have any agenda. They don't have any free time, really. I've been a member of the Afghanistan national boxing team when the Taliban arrived. It took me 3 years to make the team. My family and friends had supported me a lot, and I've done a lot of training. This is courtesy of the Guardian.com. Before I was finally able to do it, my sister had been part of the youth team for several months. In August, me and my sister and the other team members went to the Olympic headquarters to prepare for a march, and the guards from the previous government took our identity cards to register us. We went to pick them up some days later, and we think some of the Taliban who were there followed us home. The next day at around 3:30 p.m., some of them came to our house and asked for the girls who did boxing. We said we didn't know they were talking about nothing to do with any sports, but they said, we saw you at the stadium. Really? They even go to the stadium. Give me a break. We had already got a threat letter from the Taliban. I was scarred by them, might come looking for us again. So we left our home and moved to a rented room. Things are different for us, difficult for us women who are involved. We haven't been able to go out at all. 2 women boxers were beaten up by the Taliban in the street. My parents now in danger because of our sports. We were afraid they will come back for us. I really feel sad now because I don't have the boxing club or money for expenses to practice on my own. I'm losing my skills. I originally started training as a runner. Then I saw women doing boxing, and there were only a few. I decided to get involved and helped inspire others. Hearing these stuff is absolutely shocking. This is, but it needs to be addressed. It needs to be come out. Afghanistan Taliban deprived women of livelihoods. Now, the final article of this week I wanted to discuss, courtesy of hrw.org, that says Taliban rule has devastated impact on Afghanistan women and girls. New research shows Human Rights Watch that the Human Rights Institute at St. George State University, SJSU, said today the organization looked at the conditions for women since the Taliban took control in Ghazni province in southeastern Afghanistan. Since taking control of the city of Ghazni on August the 12th, before entering Afghanistan's capital Kabul, the Taliban have imposed rights violating policies that have created huge barriers to women and girls. Health and education curtail freedom of movement, expression, and association, and deprive many of earned income. Afghanistan rapidly escalating humanitarian crisis exacerbates these abuses following the Taliban take over millions of dollars in lost income, spiking prices, aid cutoffs, liquidity crisis, and cash shortages triggered by former donor countries, especially the United States, have depleted much of the population access to water, shelter, and healthcare. Afghanistan women and girls are facing both the collapses of their rights and dreams and risks to their basic survival, said Halima Kazim Stojanovic, and a core faculty member of SGSU's Human Rights Institute and a scholar on Afghanistan. There are calls between Taliban abuses and actions by the international community that are pushing Afghans further into desperation every day. Human Rights Watch and SGSU remotely interviewed 10 women currently or recently in Ghazni province, including those who had worked in education, healthcare, social services, and business, and former students. They described spiraling prices for food staples, transportation, and school books, coupled with an abruption and often total income loss. Many have been the sole or primary wage earner for the family, but most lost their employment to Taliban policies restricting women's access to work. Only those working in primary education or healthcare were still able to work and were not being paid due to the financial crisis. And as we were saying, the Taliban has banned women and girls from secondary and higher education, altered curricula, and to focus more religious studies. They dictate what women must wear and how they should travel. There you go. That was the latest on what's happening in Afghanistan. Women in their battle against the Taliban. Hope you liked the episode. Please do leave your comments on the video of this third episode of this new series on Afghanistan women battle against the Taliban. It will continue every week until it's not resolved, basically. We will keep continuing. We keep on raising their voices. We were looking to bring a live guest, hopefully soon on, who was in Afghanistan before. Obviously, not somebody who's in Afghanistan now, because we don't want them to get into trouble for saying raising the voices. So it'll be obviously someone who was there, and hopefully we will bring them on board soon. Please, and if you want to, like I said, be featured, you want to collaborate with us or advertise with us, you want to be a live guest, get in touch. Talent Spotlight 319@gmail.com, scrolling below. Our social media channels are here if you want to get in touch via that. and clicked on the wrong overlay there. Always do something. And thank you very much for watching. And do please subscribe to the channel. Please do support us. We will make it bigger and better. Hoping to do a few co-hosts, bring a few co-hosts on board this year. Let's see what happens regarding that. Coming up, the best of Hollywood. Who are some of the best Hollywood of yesterday and today? Today, that's continuing later on today. Please watch out for that. Let us know. And lots of great programming coming today, tomorrow, and so forth. I will leave you with this. Have a great Saturday and watch out for my next live program.